Hi, it's Elaine with MCPS Technology. Let's talk about bringing in files and folders into Google Drive and converting them to Google format if you need to. To do that, let's go to our Drive. And when you get to your Drive, the very first thing you should do is check your settings. You can do that in the upper right from this symbol that sort of looks like a cog. Just click on Settings. And you'll want to make sure that your Convert Uploads box is unchecked. It may already be checked by your Google administrator. If it is checked, what that means is when you bring in a file, it will automatically convert. If you uncheck the box, then your file won't go to Google format unless you tell it to do so. I like having that choice since not every file converts well. So just make sure your box is unchecked and then click Done. And I'm back in my Drive. I've created a folder called Google Drive Challenge, and I'm double clicking on it to open it. I'd like to show you 3 very easy ways that you can bring in files and folders to Google Drive. So the first one is super easy. If I have a file that lives on my desktop of my computer, I can simply drag it in. If I minimize this screen so that I can see more of my desktop, I notice there's a Word document here. This is a recipe for Mexican cornbread. So if I just hold down my mouse, I can pull that file and simply hold it over the empty folder, and it tells me to drop it and it will download or upload instantly. I do, and it does. So notice now in my folder, I have one file, and it's a Word file. I can tell from the symbol. Another way to bring in files is to click on the New button and then choose File or Folder Upload. Since folders take a while, let's go with File. It will take me to my computer. This is my downloads. So I'm just going to randomly choose one, double click it, and again, it brings it in the format that it was, which is an Excel file. One additional way that you might not have ever noticed, when you receive an email that has an attachment, and I'm just going to go to my email really quickly, and here's an attachment. So if I click on this email and I hover over this attachment, notice it gives me the option to save it to Drive. You ever notice that? It's super easy. So if I click it, it just added it to my Drive. It didn't send it to the folder I wanted it to go to. So if I click Organize and then I choose the folder I want it to go to, then I can say Move here. So now when I go back to my folder, there it is. Now I have 3 files in my folder. None of them are in Google format. So a PDF can't be converted into any other format. Well, at least not without a lot of trouble, and it may not come out looking like you want. So we're not going to mess with that. So let's just look at the Word document. So if I click on the Word document a couple of times, notice it comes up with a black background behind it. This is preview mode. Now I can share it. If I go over here to the 3 dots, I can share this file, and it will share like any other file in Drive. However, when someone receives it, they can only view it. Or they could, if they have Word on their computer, they could download it. But we can't get the collaboration features that are available when a document is actually in Google format. So in order to convert this file to Google Docs format, I can go to the top while I'm in preview mode, and I can click Open With and choose Google Docs and watch what happens. So then what Google will do is open a brand new document for me in Google Docs format, okay? And it looks just like my other document. And in fact, this program is very much like Microsoft Word, except it has the collaboration and sharing power of Google. I also don't have to ever click Save, which is a little bit hard to get used to at first because Google saves automatically. If I make a change in this document, notice it says Saving, then it says All changes saved in Drive. So I don't have to really do anything. I can click this X, my document is saved. I'm back in preview mode again, and to get out of preview mode, I simply click once in the black area. Look what I have now. I have now two versions of my recipe. One is in Google Docs format, one is in Word format. And so this one now, if I wanted people to collaborate with me on it, maybe to add to my recipe or make comments about my recipe, then I could share it out that way. So I'm just going to open that briefly once again to point something out to you. If I wanted to convert this to some other type of format, because, we don't always need things in Google Docs format, right? I could simply go back and use my Word document, or I can go to File and I can go to Download As, which gives me lots of options, including PDF and RTF, which will open in almost any type of reader. And there's just lots of options here. So it's good to know that that is there. So back to my folder. That's how you convert. That's how you bring files in. See how easy that was? So let's go practice bringing some files into Google Drive. It's going to be fun.